Beto O'Rourke is aiming for the emo vote. He is beside himself right now. The Texas Tribune, with the story of a Dear Diary blog that Beto O'Rourke wrote, saying that he is in a funk. Beto O'Rourke hits the road amid 2020 speculation. Facing calls to run for president after his closer-than-expected loss to Senator Ted Cruz, O'Rourke embarked on a trip outside Texas, the first stops of which he detailed in a Medium.com post on Wednesday. O'Rourke, a Democrat, indicated that he was traveling along Route 54 from his hometown of El Paso through New Mexico, across Texas and Oklahoma panhandles, and into Kansas. While the post made no reference to a presidential race, it made clear life after Congress has been weighing on him, Jody. I'm going to read this how I think Beto O'Rourke feels, okay? And how maybe this would be like teenage Beto here. Dear Diary. These are the real words of Beto O'Rourke after Dear Diary. Dear Diary. Have been stuck lately, in and out of a funk. Maybe if I get moving on the road, meet people, learn about what's going on, where they live, have some adventure, go where I don't know and I'm not known. It'll clear my head, reset. I'll think new thoughts, break out of the loops that I've been stuck in. Dude seems depressed, Jody. What, are you not buying this? Jody, he says he's been out of work since January 2nd. He says, I have not been without a job in over 2 decades. Doesn't this just sound like somebody who they're trying to figure out their life? It's like the guy who's 18, 19 years old. You know, maybe you just got done with your first year of college, or maybe you're about to go into college, or maybe, and we'll step it up a little bit, maybe you're done with college. You're about to enter the real world, but you still don't know what you're going to do with your life. Wouldn't that person write, I've been in and out of a funk. Just been sitting around, and maybe if I get moving, go on a road trip, meet people, learn about what's going on, where they live, have some adventure. Woo! Go where I don't know and I'm not known. Now, by the way, if you actually go to his post on Medium.com, the digital version of Dear Diary, he's posted pictures of himself with all of these crowds and people who obviously know him. Like if he's wanting to go somewhere where he's not known, he should go to like Antarctica or something. Right? Like go find yourself, go on like an African safari maybe. Like just go to the middle of nowhere. And instead, he's making campaign stops. Hey, let's see on Twitter. Maybe he can break in out of the socialism that he's been stuck in. Man, he's just thinking new thoughts, man. And that's another part of it, too. Maybe somebody who is not only depressed, a little emo right now, but also a little high. And I'm not accusing him of anything, Jody. I'm not. But, I mean, you hit the road, maybe you're a little high, and you're like, maybe if I get on the road, man, meet people, learn what's going on out there, where they live. Have some adventure. I'll think new thoughts. Break out of the loops that I've been stuck in. Maybe he's writing a new song for his punk rock band. I mean, that's entirely possible. The Post appears to line up with a Wall Street Journal report earlier this month that O'Rourke was making plans for a solo road trip outside of Texas where he would pop into places such as community college campuses. You know, because when you want to get lost and you don't want people to know who you are, that's where you go, community college campuses. In addition to Tucumcari and Goodwell, O'Rourke said he stopped in Dalhart, where he visited a VA clinic, and he made it to, well, this is appropriate, Liberal, Kansas. He's just trying to find himself. Get out on the road, grow a beard. Find out who you really are. Find out who America really is. Find out if America really needs a constitution or not. Just kind of text, Beto needs a puppy. That, maybe that's what he needs, like an emotional support dog. Or, like a lot of these college students, right before the finals come up, where you get out there and you can, like play with puppies, get a few crayons. They text her, he's having a midlife crisis, a Corvette would help. No, you don't want to put Beto in a Corvette. That's bad optics right there, okay? That's bad optics for Trump. Because you put Beto in a Corvette, the cool factor would just immediately shoot up, and he would be your Democrat nominee right now.
I don't know. It may be a little too much masculinity going on.
That's a good point, Jody. That's a very good point. He needs to be like and I don't even know if they make these anymore, the Nissan Leaf. Like, he needs to be in one of those, like a convertible.
Oh, the little smart cars.
Yeah.
That would work.
Like a little convertible, and I'm sure they don't make them because it'd be too cool. But a convertible Nissan Leaf is, you wouldn't make it out of New Mexico in a Nissan Leaf. No offense to New Mexico. You wouldn't make it to Dalhart in a Nissan Leaf. But, that would be more appropriate. He's just trying to find himself. He's in a funk right now as he's rethinking the meaning of the U.S. Constitution and rethinking about what he wants to do in life, like run for president. Let me tell you something. Every time I'm in a funk, Jody, every time, and it's often, every time I'm in a funk and I'm looking to break out of it and go on a road trip and something, I absolutely go to VA clinics and I pose for photos with admirers. Just every time I'm in a funk, I do this. And then I go on Oprah. Just every single time I'm in a funk, that's what I do.
She helps you talk through it.
Absolutely. Right? I can't tell you how many times. He needs, let's see, Dave weighing in, he needs a 2-year backpacking trip through Europe. That's true. That's true. He could do that. That's
stay in the hostels.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what
community
a
bathrooms.
lot of the college kids, to find themselves, to find out the meaning of life, they go and stay in dirty conditions in Europe. And they say, this seems fun. Have you ever felt the need, Jody, to stay in a hostel?
No, I have not.
Everything I've seen is very dirty.
Yeah.
And like you're sleeping around people that you don't know.
It just doesn't sound like something I'd really be interested in ever.
No matter
the circumstances.
You know me. I love vacations.
Yeah.
I love traveling.
You don't go stay in hostels?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm staying in a place I want to be walled off from everybody else. I don't want to sleep like in a hot, no, thank you. That's, it's never even at a time when I wanted to go to Europe. And right now I would love to go to Europe, but the whole terrorism thing has me a little bit worried. So right now I don't. But back when I was younger, would have loved to have gone to Europe. Mm-hmm. Maybe done the 2-month thing, but my parents said, no, you live in the real world, so no.
Go get a job.
Right.
Yeah.
But maybe I would have loved to have done that. Staying in the hostel thing, no, I don't think so. That would not have been me. Would have walked in and gone, oh, no, that seems gross, so I'm out of here.
Yeah, I saw
one. Me to a Holiday Inn, my friends.
I saw one outside of Cloudcroft a few years back.
Really?
We were doing a photo shoot, and the guy had an old car out front that we wanted to use for a background, and he had a hostel and was touring us through the place, and I'm going, in
Cloudcroft or near Cloudcroft?
Yeah, it was just outside of Cloudcroft. It might have been close to Rio Dos. I can't remember.
I thought that was only like a European thing.
No, they're in New Mexico, man.
Really?
Yeah.
And
there's
so
one anyway.
You just like walk in and you're like, oh, that looks like a good corner.
It was like little dorm rooms with a bunch of bunk beds.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that.
Here's the bathroom everyone uses.
Yeah, I couldn't. I
couldn't
do that.
I need to find out where that was.
Like there were some people that, and you know who they are, that they went up to New York City and like they stayed at a place where it was like a dormitory type deal. Instead of a hotel, it was like a dormitory where it was, one floor had like one shower and all that kind of stuff. Hell no. I don't think that's not vacation to me. Again, walled off when I want to be walled off from everybody else with clean bathroom, clean everything. That's my idea of vacation, not staying in a place where you've got 50 other people sharing one bathroom. No, thank you. That's not vacation.
More like basic training there.
It doesn't sound fun, I can tell you that. And maybe I'm just not as much of an adventurer as Beto O'Rourke. 770-5790, 1-800-687, oh my goodness, 0790. We'll be right back. You think he's listening to this on his road trip?
Bound to be.
It's a pretty dang good song, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
that.
It actually is.
Yeah.
And very funny.
Dear Diary, it's Beto again. Been traveling. No one knows who I am except for everybody. Everyone has expectations for me. They think I'm the savior of the United States of America. But all I can do is drive around and wish I was at a Whataburger right now. Skating through the parking lot. Eating a number 2 with cheese. Whata-size it with a sweet tea. I'm just trying to find myself, diary. Am I at Whataburger? I don't know. I found myself right now outside an In-N-Out Burger, betraying my love. People say I should try animal-style fries. Is it enough to lift me up to the presidency? I don't know. TTYL. Love Beto. He's just trying to find himself. That's all he's doing. I like emo Beto. Let's go to the phones. Jay, you're on KFYO. Hello, Jay.
Hey, Chad. That fine establishment is outside of Cloudcroft. It's a No Stars traveling facility, but I think he really needs to go and stay in a commune for about 6 months up in Northern California.
Yeah, okay.
That'll help him get more in touch with who he is and, really help ground him and center him.
Jay, thank you. Beto's just trying to find himself. Emo Beto. A texter. Wondering, Chad, does Beto O'Rourke really think we should vote for him if he's had to find himself? That from Greg. Well, of course, you don't understand. This is Beto O'Rourke, the future president of the United States. And he is looking deep within himself for answers. You see, he's not running for president right now. He's only going on Oprah here in a couple of weeks and doing 2-hour-long interviews with the Washington Post and going to community colleges and VA clinics and posing for photos and blogging about it. He's not running for president, Greg. He is trying to find the answers that have eluded so many people. This is why, if you read the Washington Post article that says short on specifics, but he's against the wall, this is what so many of you do not understand about Beto O'Rourke. It's not that he doesn't have the answers. It's that he's got to go and find himself and find the answers that have been eluding all of us. We have not, Jody, you don't have the answers. You still think the Constitution is relevant. Not Beto. He's out on the road. He's in Tucumcari. He's in Dalhart. He's in Liberal, Kansas.
You're leaving out Taos.
I don't know if he went to Taos. Sounds like it'd be too much fun. He's going places trying to find who is Beto. And more importantly, who are we? Who is the United States of America? Love Beto. Dear Diary, this is Emo Beto. I'm out here trying to find myself, and I read headlines about Ocasio-Cortez running a train in Congress. Maybe she's trying to find herself, too. Just pulled up to a Whataburger. TTYL. Love Beto. Open Line Friday tomorrow. And we'll have a number of guests as well. We'll see you then.